Hi and welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Tamra Davison and I'm excited that it's strawberry season. Strawberries is one of my favorite fruits. I'm going to make a layered dessert that's very portable and something you can make ahead. So I plan on doing this for Canada Day to help celebrate and have something special for everybody. Our dessert is called Strawberry Lemon Delight, made with 3 different layers. So the first step we want to do is prepare the Jello so that it starts to cool, and then we'll get the strawberries ready. So I'm just going to turn the kettle on, and I'm just using strawberry Jello. So these strawberries are picked fresh from our field in Armstrong, and I've just already washed them, and it's just important to note that you shouldn't wash your strawberries before you're going to start to use them, because once they get wet they won't keep as long, and strawberries are quite perishable. So I wash these ahead, and then I just let them drain a little bit on a tea towel. I'm using this handy gadget, which is also great for tomatoes, and it just is very quick and it helps to hull the strawberries in no time at all. So it's a cup of boiling water. You just stir to dissolve it completely, and then you add another cup of cold water. It's important to do this first because we want to cool it before we pour it over our strawberries. That feels like it's dissolved, so I'm going to add a cup of cold water. So this is 2 full baskets of strawberries, washed, hulled, and then I'm just going to cut them in half and then divide them evenly between 8 jars. These are caramel jars that we used to sell at the farm, and I've just saved them over the years, and I use them for so many things because they have a lid. They're very portable. You can make all kinds of layered things in them, from a taco dip to layered desserts. So basically you divide it up over 8 jars. So now that you have your strawberries, you just cover each layer with Jello. Voila, 8 jars. I'm going to put the lids on these. My jars are all the same, and you certainly don't need to use jars that are all the same. You can use any kind of mason jar. I'm going to pop these in the fridge, and they'll need to set for a couple of hours. So if you're going to have this for evening, make sure you do it first thing in the morning. So while layer number 1, which is the strawberries and strawberry Jello, is setting, I'm going to start to prepare the second layer. Now this actually takes 10 eggs, and it's real pure lemon curd made from scratch. Now if you don't feel like using 10 eggs and you want to cheat, you could always use a lemon mix, but this stuff with the real lemon is amazing flavor. We need 10 eggs for this recipe. 4 of them are just the yolks. So I'm not sure about you, but I just use the eggshells to collect the yolks, and I rotate them back and forth between the halves of the eggs, and the eggshells actually work really good to separate, with the sharp edges to separate the white. Watch my granddaughters do this, and they're almost better than me at cracking eggs. And then 6 full eggs. So you can break the full egg into your bowl. Whisk them up, and you really need a double boiler for this recipe, but I actually don't have a double boiler. So I've improvised today, and you might need to do that too. I've got 2 pots, and really a double boiler has water in the bottom, and then the pot sits on so that your mixture is never on direct heat. And making lemon curd is a little tricky that way. You really do need a double boiler, and you need to whisk it continually. Water in the bottom, and then I've got a bigger pot sitting inside the water. This pot's actually a little bit too big. If you had a smaller one that would work one inside the other, that would be better. If you have a lemon juicer at home, you're going to make this job a lot easier. I don't have one, so I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way. But I do have an amazing lemon zester. Now we're going to need the lemon zest as well as the juice. So I use this over a piece of wax paper, and it just makes it easier to gather up the lemon zest. So we need 2 tablespoons of lemon zest altogether. You should get about 1 tablespoon of zest per lemon, and about 1/2 cup of lemon juice. If you have a lemon squeezer, you'll be more efficient I'm just gonna literally squeeze it by hand. I'm just gonna eyeball it rather than measure it, but I'm just dividing it up, and I can tell that looks like about 2 tablespoons, which is exactly what we need for the recipe. When you do it this way, quite often you're gonna get seeds, so you can either strain it before or after you squeeze the lemons. All right, so I've got my double boiler on. I'm going to crank up the heat a bit because we really want this water boiling. I'm going to add my 6 eggs. I'm going to add my 1/2 cup of lemon juice, 1½ cups of sugar. Next is 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. So once you have all your ingredients together, just keep whisking it. It'll take about 8 to 10 minutes, and you'll see as we progress that it gets really nice and thick. So it's been a good 8 minutes, and as you can see, it's nice and thick, and that's what you want. The eggs are cooked, and it has a great consistency. So I'm going to turn the heat off now, and I'm going to transfer it into a measuring cup because I'm in a bit of a hurry as usual, and I don't want, it'll just cool a lot quicker in a measuring cup, plus it makes it easier to pour into the jars. To get it into the measuring cup, you can whisk it some more. Once you've finished cooking it, you need to add your butter. So this is a 1/2 cup of butter, and I've chopped it up into smaller pieces so that it melts quicker. And then you need 2 teaspoons of gelatin. One of these packages holds about 3 teaspoons, and then our 2 tablespoons of lemon zest. Stir it completely. You should probably let that cool a good 10 minutes, and then we'll pour it on top of our strawberry layer. Once your gelatin in the fridge is set, and this is sat and cooled down a little bit, you can go ahead and add your second layer. So you can see that this Jello is set beautifully. You can see the nice ripe strawberry sitting in the bottom. And this will make enough for 8. So you pour in a layer. So that's about half for our first 4. So then I just give it a bit of a shake so that it levels out. There you go. Put the lids on and pop them back in the fridge. And this is the last step you would do until you're ready for your picnic. This will stay with the lids on in the fridge for a number of days. So like I said, it's totally portable and you can make it ahead. So I'm going to pop these in the fridge, and then before I'm ready to serve it, we'll garnish it with whipped cream, a fresh strawberry, and to celebrate Canada Day, a flag. And that's how you make Strawberry Lemon Delight. If you found this video helpful, press the like button and subscribe for more videos.